Alrighty, and we're back. So, last time we were in Sevtech Ages, we had just finally gotten to Age 2. Um, I had a bit of a guide on what to do going through the past couple of ages, just doing research and whatnot, but now that we've gotten to Age 2, I'm kind of going to be flying by the seat of my pants. So, it's going to be a little rough here and there. I'm going to probably have to read through some tutorials and stuff on stream. But I'm totally fine with that, and I hope anybody that shows up will be too. So we'll be learning stuff together, you know? What we did get to move on to Age 2 was this Luminous crafting table from Astral Sorcery. As far as I understand, this works with like starlight or moonlight. Something during the nighttime. And so it has an amount of like power of whatever it is, starlight, moonlight, whatever, that you can infuse into it. And I think that's dependent on where it's placed. At the moment, don't really have anywhere in particular thought of on where to place this, and I think there are actually different levels. Yeah, so there are different levels that you can get depending on where you place it. Some areas will have higher concentrations of that starlight stuff, whatever. I'm just going to call it starlight from now on. They'll have higher concentrations or lower concentrations depending on where they are. So right now, we probably won't do too much with it. I think I'll just stick it. Kind of want to stick it on top of a higher location. Is this a flat block up here? Not quite. Oh, please tell me I can break this, though. Okay, I can still break it. You know what? I'm going to stick it on top of our apple tree. And so you can see this bar here. During the day, it does not obviously charge nearly as high as it will during the night. But that is what we'll use to do the crafting recipes in there. So other than that, we've picked up the Tinker's Table. We've thrown that over into where our old crafting bench was, right here. But now that we have access to Age 2, we can actually start using the casting table along with the various molds that you get from Tinker's Construct, which includes getting a proper iron bucket. We should be able to find iron now, and I think we might also be able to find gold. And so there are a whole bunch of casts, yeah, all over here that we'll be able to get and use now that we have the option for it. We'll also have to explore through the Astral Tome here. These constellations, I believe, are actually... Whoa, that's not quite what I was looking for. They're actually kind of their own tool trees of their own. That said, I don't know how they connect up here. I have not really played with Astral Sorcery before. So it'll kind of be flying, again, like I said, by the seat of my pants in terms of all of this. It looks like we started off with the Luminous crafting table here. I'll just read through this passage here. Using a regular crafting table to interact with the starlight emitted by the shrine crystals, which you have named collector crystals due to how they gather starlight, seems to be inefficient. The table is only able to contain a small amount of starlight from the crystal. So it is actually called starlight. Okay. Not only that, but the table must be very nearby the crystals, or the collected starlight rapidly bleeds out from it due to wood being inefficient for this purpose. Luminous crafting table solves both issues perfectly by being made of the purest marble. It's able to absorb and retain a much larger amount of starlight than the crafting table. Also, it does not require a connection to a collector crystal to collect the starlight at all, but has its own receptacle built within. The Luminous crafting table is not without its drawbacks, though. First, it needs to be placed somewhere above ground with an unobstructed view of the sky in order to collect starlight. Its collection process also seems to be temperamental, even with the clearest of skies. Placing the table higher in the sky allows it to collect more starlight, with the atmospheric interference of starlight seeming to disappear entirely at around twice the height of sea level. Okay. It also collects considerably more starlight during the nighttime. The table's current starlight reservoir is visible beneath its crafting grid. In order to craft with the Luminous crafting table, the table must be right-clicked with a resonating wand after the items for the recipe are placed in it. When the items when the item is done crafting, the item will be ejected out of the table. The amount of starlight collected by the table varies heavily from position to position within the world, ranging from almost no starlight at all to filling or even exceeding the reservoir. Interesting. So we will have to get this resonating wand, it seems. Unlocks a few crafting recipes not normally possible. Maybe there's something deep underground. Interesting. So let's go look at the crafting for the reservoir, the wand. Let's just look up a wand. Resonating wand. I was about to call it a reservoir wand, but that is not the case. So that requires some aquamarine, some marble, and an ender pearl. So endermen are going to start spawning in the world, but we can't get a proper ender pearl from them. They're going to be a smaller sort of enderman, and they'll drop this ender dust here, which we'll have to put into the melter, which will create molten ender pearl, and then cast out in the casting table with a pan cast mold into a proper ender pearl. And it is one ender dust to one ender pearl. There's just a intermediate step between that. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to start trying to set up the Tinker's tables. So we've got the crafting station. I believe we need, let's see, a blank pattern. Yes, I think it's a blank pattern that just requires siding and bark, it looks like. So we'll be going back to the saw over here. Pull out our oak wood again. I think we'll just take that much. That should be fine. And we'll actually need to cut some siding as well, which will require some planks to be put in there. Yes, so that should give us 8 blank patterns. And then if we stick a blank pattern on top of these, we create a tool station. Okay, so we also need, so we got the tool station now, we need a part maker as well. The part maker is made by, let's see, let's see, maybe it'll show up here more readily. Uh-oh. Is this it? Nope, that's the tool station. Maybe it's the stencil table we need instead. No, the part builder. There it is. So for a part builder, we need... Evidently, it won't tell us what we need. Well, another thing we can make is a pattern chest. That's just a pattern surrounded by a chest or over a chest. Easily done. I'll grab this extra sawdust we made as well. And again, like I said, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. So we are going to hopefully get everything we need here. I can't seem to see how a part builder is made, though. Perhaps it's because... here we go. Okay, so that looks like it's just a pattern on top of a log. I think the reason it wasn't showing up was because we were clicking on the versions that were using kind of odd logs. Whoops, let me toss that on the ground. And the next few things we're going to do is just set them up in this room here. I think I'm going to set them up, let's say in this corner here. So if we throw the tool station over here, see, I don't know exactly the organization that should be going on here. Let's double check the inventories here. So here you can craft tool parts to fulfill your tinkering fantasies. To craft a part, simply put its pattern into the left slot. Right, okay. So that is that menu, and this is the actual tool station, where you can select a whole bunch of different types of tools. The tools specifically, they have multiple parts, and depending on what you make the parts out of, it will change the sort of stats that the tools have. So I think if I put the pattern chest here, maybe not there, maybe on this side. Yes, there we go. So now once we get different types of patterns, we'll actually be able to stick the patterns into this pattern chest, and this parts builder will be able to access them straight from the chest. So for instance, if we wanted to make a binding pattern, I think we need to stick a pattern in here first. No, I think I'm missing a step somewhere. All right, let's double check all this stuff here. Parts maker, tool station. I think I'm missing a step. Let's double check down this area here, because we do have to make these patterns, but I'm not exactly sure as to how we do that. I think we might have to use another type of table. Let's see, a tool station. We've already got that. A tool forge. That requires iron. And I think that's just an upgraded tool station here. Interesting. A stencil table, that might be it. So that is probably what we're missing here. Stencil tables just made like so. There we go. Okay. So stencil tables are where you make the actual patterns first. So if you take a blank pattern in there, you could select from this massive list of various patterns. There's a sharpening kit, there's pickaxe heads, a whole bunch of different parts. So I think, whoops, I didn't quite mean to do that. I guess we now have a bow limb pattern. I don't even have an idea. I guess it's this one that's selected. Yeah. I guess we can make bows. We should actually probably make a bow. But I think I'll need to make more of these blank patterns here. In order to, so let's double check the recipe for these. Right, just bark and siding. So I think I will chop up a whole bunch of this oak wood that we've got in order to get the bark off of it. And I don't know if it needs to be the bark specifically received from the saw. I think that it probably will be. Okay, perfect. And we'll chop up these mulberry planks into sidings, rather. Not being particularly careful about how much I make for either of these. And we'll make as many patterns as we can here. So as to have the full collection in our pattern chest. It doesn't look like we're getting nearly as much bark as I thought we would get from it. Let me just double check the recipe for this. Is this going to accept the work blade type of bark? Yes, it will. So maybe that's a better option here. Though I don't know if it's more efficient to put it through the saw. I don't know if the saw gives back exactly what you put in. I know the work blade gives exactly how many blocks you put in. Let's just do a test here. So we got one from that one. Still one. Yeah, I think everything is just a flat 1. For now, we'll call 51 blank patterns totally good enough. I don't think there are that many patterns in the actual table. So we'll just go through and put them all out here. I don't know if we'll use all of them. Probably not, but it'll be nice just to have them. And there are a whole bunch of different types. Yeah, we don't know what this is. This looks like a broadsword type of deal. This will be a hammer, excavators. Yeah, there's lots of things here. We don't know what that is yet either, that we don't know about. And there's the pan pattern I was talking about. That will come in handy for what we need later. See, I think we left off on pan. We got a sign. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. For a second I thought we just crafted all of those up and it was irredeemable, but it turns out you can make the patterns back into different patterns. I think we might actually have a binding pattern already. No, it doesn't look like we have any duplicates. Left off on the wide guard. And so with these patterns, you can make lots and lots of different types of the bow limb. That's the one we do already have. Lots and lots of different types of weapons, tools, just a whole bunch of different things. Let's go throw all of these in. Hopefully, if I have any duplicates, it will show them to me. And luckily, I think that chest will hold as many patterns as we put in. I think the last thing we made was fletching here, so let's go get a polishing kit. Yeah, we just get the whole set now, and it looks like we can actually make armor with this stuff too. And a last few unfamiliar patterns. Oops, did I grab that one? Yes, I did. Okay, we're good. So we had a few more patterns than we actually have the ability to craft with. But what we need now, I think, is to start using these patterns in this. So I think, from my understanding of this interface, it'll be whatever you're making it out of, and then a block here? I'm not exactly sure how that works. So let's double check these casts, because this will be this will be how we actually cast stuff out. I believe these are molds. So it seems we already have to have the object in order to cast into it. We make the cast and slap it on this table here. We pour out whatever type of material we're going to use for it, and then we can, I believe, use these casts infinitely. I'm not sure why it says it's going to consume them. And then the clay casts are the temporary ones. The first thing we have to do here is figure out how to make this stuff, which is turning out to be a little more difficult than I thought it would be. Okay, let's just try to get our pan here. So, looks like we need some sort of ore material. We'll just use, let's say, tin. I think tin is the most readily available object we can use for that. So we put tin in there and some sort of block. Oh, okay. Right, so this will just craft for us a completely standard wooden pan. You can see it has durability, mining level, mining speed, and attack here. And ecological comes from the type of material we put in. So I think if we put in stone, yeah, we get the modifier of cheapskate. But since we are just going for... Wow, how much? There we go. Weird. I'm not sure why that wouldn't quite use it up all at once. I wonder how much this will take out here. Looks like it uses up 3. Didn't actually use our tin ingot. I'm not sure about that one. But it did give us the wooden pan. And I think now, if we grab some clay... Yeah, molten clay. It requires 2 ingots for the pickaxe. Let's see if we can find the pan. Requires 3 ingots. No, it also requires 2 ingots. So let's get this set up. Oop, I guess we're going to bed first. Let's go grab some of our clay and throw it in that smelter. Or the melter, rather, not a smelter quite yet. So this should, if I'm correct about that, turn into some melted clay. So double check this. We'll switch over to fruit for our food source. Then we'll put this in here. We'll also put our tin ingot back. I have no idea why it didn't use it up, or even really what it was used for in the first place. Got to find somewhere to stick all this sawdust. I guess that'll be in there, as well as some of these planks. Don't really have a place for them yet. We're going to need to expand the chest situation anyway. Oh, right, that's what I went back there for. I wanted to grab more charcoal to make into tiny charcoal. Or rather, coal to make into tiny coal. I think we'll need a full stack eventually. Oops. Yeah, that does not go in there. Whoa, that also shouldn't go in there. That will go there. So if we place that there, I believe once we pour this clay out, it should form around this. It'll cast, it'll dry, and then it'll create the clay cast, and we can use that once to make whatever we're trying to make it. Where's the M16 rune? Well, that'll be a lot of components if it ever shows up. Like, look at how many there is just for, like, let's see, not quite the best options here, but like swords and stuff, they require 3 parts. I feel like an M16 probably requires a few more. But who knows? Maybe we could actually get get one in there. This, I think, is actually where you can add modifications to your tools. So say I made this like a pickaxe here, and I wanted to change out one of the corners or something. I wanted to change out, say, a bronze pickaxe for tin or something in the rear. You could actually put that back here, and it would change the side that you put it on into tin, and it would add that value on there. See, how is this going? That's going real slow. That's what it's doing. It's eating through coal like there's no tomorrow. But it should be just about ready to cast. We are going to have to stay out at night, unfortunately. How's this? Are we going to go do the thing yet? There we go, 2 ingots. So if I'm correct about this, it should dry. Yeah, look at that. So it consumes up the material that was in there. I guess that's why it was talking about the cast being consumed. But now we have a pan clay cast. Yeah, pan clay cast. So when we ever get the ender dust or whatever was it, we'll be able to cast that out into an ender pearl. Only once with that. If we found, I believe it's gold, we should be able to cast that into a permanent casting plate here. Yeah, it uses molten gold. And this won't actually be used up whenever we cast out whatever item we're trying to do. But, so let's go eat up here. It looks like in order to do any sort of anything with that anyway, we need to get some constellation paper. So I do know that the Astral Tome, I believe it is, and I think it confirms that here. No, it's actually an Astral Sorcery Journal. I guess that's something different. Astral, no, I think it's, yeah, it is the actual Astral Tome. This is someplace that we can store constellations once we've discovered them. So what you do is you create, you use parchment, right? You use it in a ritual, I think it is. Yeah, a Necronomicon Ritual, which requires a rock crystal, aquamarine, gold, basically just that in a circle, as well as some parchment, and that'll turn it into a certain constellation. You don't know which one, and you do have to research what they end up doing after you get them, but you will have the name for it, and you'll be able to store that parchment paper in there. So once you research it, you'll get to just be able to cycle through that. However, I've never done that before, so determining the process for how that works is going to be a little iffy. Looks like there are just some basic things we can do. We do know where a one of those underwater temple things are. So we could get some sea lanterns from there, assuming we manage to survive. Could make a framing table to build some storage drawers. But I think a major thing in this is going to be using the Between Lands, which is another dimension, kind of like how we've been going to the Beneath and to the Hunting dimension. The Between Lands is another dimension entirely. That's going to be closer to the Beneath or the Nether. And I believe it's actually quite a bit harder because none of your food will transfer over. I think your items will also be less effective. So your armors and tools and whatnot will also be much less effective. You'll have to start basically from scratch on that side. And it's just, there's a whole lot of monsters and threats and that sort of thing on that side. So that'll be something that we need to contend with to go there. But I think the first thing we could do is make some glass here. So glass is obviously not made by putting it in a furnace anymore, I think. Maybe that'll work now that we have access to it. But it is used by putting sand into a melter here. Yeah, so it doesn't look like we can put it just straight into a furnace or a grill or anything like that. See, that's sandstone. Where have we placed our sand? There it is. So we'll just make one. What we can make once we have glass is this tough dowsing rod. I actually don't detect a difference. Previously, from what I saw, it was weak dowsing rods would be 32 blocks, and then the tough would be 48, but it seems like they've actually equalized them here. So I don't know what it changes between the two. But that'll require just any sort of log, some coal, and any type of glass, which we now have the ability to do. So I'm going to go smelt this sand piece down into some glass, and we'll pour that out into the casting basin over there. Yeah, look at that. It's starting to go. And that should still be as efficient as it is normally. The other thing we can do is start to make paper. And that will be a process for getting the constellation paper, actually. So first things we need are glue as well as sawdust. Luckily, we have plenty of both, I think. See if we have any leftover glue. Got the sawdust in here. Nope, that's sulfur dust. I think we may need to create some more glue in our cauldron with the rotten flesh of that we have. And let's see what paper is actually used in. Oh, that's right. We can now get into the Twilight Forest stuff. That's another dimension. That'll make a map for that. It'll obviously make the parchment and everything else. Advanced alchemy, I have no idea what the heck that stuff is. So it looks like we're going to be make a fancy sign with it, apparently. It looks like we're mostly going to be using it for, an atlas. I wonder if this will be a little better than the antique atlas that we currently have. Yeah, because that antique atlas it's okay. It functions, but I would like a slightly better view over here or rather with the proper atlas here. So it looks like it requires a slotted book, which is a book and quill plus a label. Maybe that's something we can look forward to doing in the future. Make packing tapes, paper walls, upgrades, and a whole bunch of other things for mods that I don't quite understand. Okay, well, process of making paper. We go from pulp, so we get the glue there. I think we'll start off, maybe we won't make a full 32. We'll take 64 off the bat since, amazingly, we're low on rotten flesh here. Started cooking, I think every 3, so actually we'll take 1 out of there. Every 3 makes 1 piece of glue, so that'll be 5 pieces of paper. We'll actually need more than that. So 8 times 3, 24. Got 15 in there already. That should make 24? No, 9. That makes 24. Getting into Minecraft math. Oh boy. Yeah, 24. Perfect. And so we'll let that cauldron just kind of cook off here. Another thing we can actually do over here, we can check out our Acacia Tree. Or Abyssal Tree, I think it is. I was told that it would start summoning some friends. However, not seeing anybody. Is it because we planted it over here out on the edges of the area? Could very well be. I also don't know. I think I took away some dirt. Whoa! What the? What is that? There's a crying face on this thing. I think I may have been lied to by whoever suggested that I plant that thing. I'm glad I planted it away from the base. Or at least a little bit away. I think I will actually stay up tonight. I'll actually get out the combat gear as well. Because I want to start filling out our... Wow, that feels so slow after having just had those wolf boots on for so long. I will want to start filling out our monster collection, and I want to see if we can find any of those mini endermen, endermites, something like that. Whatever spawns in this era. Yeah, so it looks like the molten glass is all done melting over here, along with most of our coal pieces. Let's see if we can get this to turn straight into glass. Looks like it's working out that way. I might fight across the river here so as to not destroy any of our area near home. I'll just stay up the whole night and do a little bit of combat. From what I saw, the mini Enderman... Nope, that's just a standard skeleton. Oh, but they now have those in arrows because we have access to them too. So they'll actually be a threat now. Wow, a zombie in full gold armor and an iron sword. Luckily, I'm so used to fighting them in the Beneath and the Hunting dimension that they're going down comparatively easy to what I'm used to. Yeah, so look at that. That's a proper Enderman, actually. I guess we don't get any of the little ones. We just get straight to them proper. There we go. And there we go. We get some ender dust from that. And we get their horrible, horrible noises as well. So let's double check our nutrition. Why aren't we getting the full hearts? Oh, because we're not full up on food. Let's go switch out our apples for sandwiches here so we have a little bit more to work with. The enemies will start becoming a proper threat now. I think we've got just full Oh, nice, a golden sword. Full and proper monster catalog to deal with. We don't have any more of the baby versions, including zombies with proper armor types and Enderman now to deal with. Just the whole shebang. We are well enough equipped that we should be good to deal with them. Actually, the most annoying part of this is going to be dealing with all the flowers that get blown up. Alright, so let's... Luckily our sword is holding, or our shield is holding well here. Oh, I guess we don't quite have all of them at max power. I guess we do still get a few skeletons with trumpets, but he was actually able to do damage to me there. So even with the trumpets, I think they're still smacking me. Okay, these are not what I'm looking for. I did already get one ender dust. But luckily, I think with this golden sword we can actually... Yeah, we can actually melt that down. And for some reason, I thought we might be able to melt it down into the smelter and turn it into an ingot there. Oh, that's something that I should definitely try to make up out of gold, which is the Ingot Cast. So we'll be casting straight to ingots instead of full blocks and having to smash those down. It's not all that big a change, it just removes one of the steps there for getting our ingots out. We got another golden sword. Perfect. We'll also have to go out looking for these new ores. I will do that once I get that upgraded Dowsing Rod. That'll just be something that I am searching for. Maybe the separation between the two Dowsing Rods is that one will be able to find better ores. Look at that, an iron sword too. One of them will be able to find better ores than the other, so maybe our original Dowsing Rod won't have the ability to find gold and iron and all of the Age 2 types of material. Your game is cursed now. Uh-oh, what's happened here? How is the game cursed? Looks pretty good on my end here from the tree. Oh, yes, right. Yeah, the tree is a little spooky. Luckily with our sword and, well, really just our sword, we're able to do lots and lots of damage. We've got a full... Oh wow, it doesn't actually tell us the amount of damage we do per hit. Suppose we can test it out here. About 8-ish. Hey, we got a golden sword. Now that it's full up, can we melt it down into bits and pieces? Doesn't look like it. Suppose it would make sense that we can't quite turn it straight 1-to-1 from golden sword to 2 gold pieces, or 2 gold ingots, rather. That would be a little too good in conversion's sake. Let's see, how is the night faring? Night's almost over. So we will stay out the rest of the night here and just smack any monsters we come across, which haven't been too populous yet. I really thought there'd be more. But it is pretty empty out here. Apart from all the sheep, of course. Oh my god. Okay, and a whole lot of creepers for some reason. haven't gotten nearly as much rotten flesh as I was hoping for. We do know the locations of a few spawners. I don't think any of them are zombie spawners, though. Might be worth venturing into the hunting dimension again, though that'll just make all of the enemies harder to kill, and we are still coming across a fair amount of them out here at night. So I think just staying out the nights will probably be sufficient in order to get all of the items we need. Oh, ow. Wow, he was really fast for some reason. Okay. Daylight is coming. We'll head back here. We should actually light up this whole place now. If we're going to start staying up the nights. I don't want anything spawning on our island here. We've probably got enough torches for it now as well. Can we actually craft torches efficiently? Well, we don't know what that is. That's still required. Yeah, it looks like we still have to use the cordage, and we still only get half of what we need here. Damp torches. Oh, I see. This is from the Between Lands. Torches do not still don't go out in here, but in the Between Lands, boy will they. Let's go dump everything into chests. Cool. We've got extra totem torches here. Which device were we going to use here to get our gold back? That's just standard anvil stuff. Not sure what this is all about. I guess it's the Stoked Crucible. How do we make this? An Unfired Crucible in the kiln. That doesn't seem right. So I guess with a kiln, it's just talking about... Okay, this is better with mods. Let's go pull out the guidebook here. Materials and you. Better with mods. So let's go check out... No, not this. Let's go check out the kiln if we can find it. No, Crucible. Unfired Crucible in a kiln. I assume it's not talking about the alloy kiln. Oh, you know what kiln it's probably talking about? It's probably talking about the kiln out there. The one that we have back there. Of course we need the kiln for that. So, let's go shove back this book. Let's look up how we make that. Oops. Make this crucible again. It is an unfired crucible. Oh, which is actually a turntable here. Oh boy. Okay, so the turntable recipes. Okay, just needs a block of clay to make that. Yeah, because depending on what you put in here, it'll change what the output is. So we just need 4 clay. Easy enough. We got an extra though. Hold on. Hold on a moment. What am I missing? Why can I not turn this clay into a block of clay? Do I need to compress it? Yes, I do. So we'll go get our new horse. There we go. We'll put him to work. Oh man, because his speed is so high, he really goes around there. Perfect. So now that we've got our clay, we can also take off all of this armor that we had on us. And put our boots back on. Ah, the speed boost is lovely. Let's go climb our turntable. Throw this on there. Oh, shoot, we went too far. Okay, we have a planter now. What does a planter do? Nothing. Okay, we needed to pull it out a little more quick-like. We turn this back into... make a vase. Can make a something. Something can make more clay. Okay, I guess we'll just leave it on there till it grinds itself all the way out. I actually have no idea what these settings do. Oh, okay, so it actually gives us 1 clay back every time. So we can just leave it on here until it gives us back 4 clay. All right. We do it again, but this time we take it off in time. Put that back. Grab our casted block of glass. Perfect. Let's get ourselves an upgraded Dowsing Rod. We turn this into a better Dowsing Rod? No, it looks like we can just enchant it. Let's get our coal out. We've got logs in our inventory, I believe. Yep. And the glass to make a Dowsing Rod. Perfect. I'm going to assume that the way this changes things is that it'll be able to find better ores. We'll make sure to take this off as soon as it turns into the Crucible. Great. Stick our returned piece of clay back in our chest. And throw that into the kiln. Hopefully this works. It may not, but considering we made all our clay barrels and whatnot in this kiln, even though it's from a different mod, I think... Okay, that did not work. This is from Immersive Engineering. What do I need for this? That didn't work out. Back to the drawing board. Kiln, there it is. Multi-block structure that is used as an in-world crafting device for many materials. Fundamental requirements to form a kiln are as follows. 4 of any valid brick block. First block must be over a valid heat source. First block must have an air block directly above it. Other 3 must surround that air block in any possible permutation. Okay. So I guess this is actually a multi-block structure. We're going to start having to look at all this. Christian Krell, hey, how are you? I'm doing all right. Trying to figure out my way through age 2 here. We're going a little blind. And one of the things that we do need to do is get our clay turned into bricks. So we'll need, let's see, 4 bricks, 4 brick blocks, and each of those takes 4. So that'll be 16. Perfect. We'll set these to cook. Can they cook on the grill? Signs point to no. So let's go and cook them into bricks in the kiln. I have no idea what this mod is. Yeah, no. This Modpack is it's not unpopular, but it requires a lot of commitment to do it because it takes a whole lot of time to get. Like I'm only in the 2nd age out of, I don't know, like 8 or something. There are quite a few ages, and I've been playing this for hours and hours and hours. I actually started streaming just so I could stick to it this time. But we're trying to figure out how to get a crucible, which apparently requires a multi-block structure kiln, which is different than the kiln that we have over there, as well as the kiln that we have in here. I wonder where we'll put this. Will we put this out here, I guess, as well? No, maybe we'll put it in here. Games you stream. At the moment, I'm streaming this mod pack, the Subtech Ages here, and I'm streaming Sunless Sea, We're doing a couple runs through there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all of them at 3 PST. Hold on a moment. This tool may only be used for ore in age 2 and below. Okay, so we were right, actually, about the tough dowsing rod being able to douse out ores from this era. So it's a good thing we made that. We'll be able to look for gold and iron with this. Unfortunately, I don't know if those spawn in areas that we've already been. I do actually know. I do believe that they do because... Oh, well, I guess we have our answer here. But I do believe that they do because we have... Let's see, F9 for chunks. There we go. Because we have found rocks that we couldn't identify. Uh-oh. Okay. It could also be the fact that I am too far up on the surface. Ah, there we go. So this does only go 48 blocks down. We've got our direction to mine. This should mine gold, as far as I understand. And we'll go pick up this gold as well. Oops. Gotta clear our overlays here. With any luck, the ore veins for the current era's ores should be big enough, or as big, rather, as the eras before. It will mean we have to do little circles when mining down. Still, better than strip mining. So much better than strip mining. I hate strip mining in Minecraft. It's just the worst activity to do. Okay, so we'll double check with the dowsing rod. Yep, looks like gold's still below us. Ooh, as well as a cave, it sounds like. Okay, surely we're almost there. Oh, here's gravel. And there's the cave. Is this a big cave? Yes, indeed. I'm just going to block this up, I think. Uh-oh. Not what I wanted there at all. Generally, I like to block up caves like this so I've got a little bit of a view through. Considering skeletons can actually shoot us now, maybe that's a bad idea. Play Enigmatica 2. Oh, that's another Minecraft pack, isn't it? I think I recognize the name. Oh, hello. Let's see, so where's the center pillar that we're mining down here? It's right here. This may result in us carving up our staircase, it seems. Not yet, though. Now is yet. This is the center. Where are we going? Yes, it is. Well, it's nice to see somebody drop by. It's always good to have a little bit of an audience. I mostly play this on stream for myself, but it's always nice to know that somebody shares your interest. Ah, there we go. Finally, the gold. We just get it off the bat. Probably because we already picked up the gold from the surface, and it just took us actually mining a gold ore. So we'll go grab, let's say, full stack. I think that should be enough gold to get what we're looking for. Since this is so close by as well, we'll be able to come down here pretty easily and grab stuff. I do want to try to expand into the Tinker's Construct stuff, the Tinker's Construct tools, because I know they have some beneficial additions to them. I don't know if there's a book that we've received that details all of the modifications that you can make. The only one that I know for sure exists is, I think the Ecological actually heals your tools, though I forget exactly how that functions. And there's one of them that attracts fallen objects to you, which I think would be good to have on a pickaxe, just so we don't have to go running around cleaning everything up. Materials and you say. Okay, so yeah, I'll have to check out that book and see what what it says about. Oh, we've already got a full stack. What it says about the modifications that we can make. We'll seal this up too. Gotta make it neat and tidy. Perfect. Same deal here. Okay, let's just wind our way back up into this storm, apparently. Is it nighttime? It is. I want to get this... Oop. I want to get this gold smelted. The one and only Lou. What's up, man? How you doing? I want to get some of this gold turned into gold proper, like a half stack. I'm doing well. I am trying to figure out how Second Age stuff works in Sevtech Ages, which so far seems to be a lot of Tinker's Construct stuff, as well as eventually Between Lands when we get to that point, and Astral Sorcery. I think our Astral Table will probably be not at a great point right now, considering it's raining. Oh, there's a skeleton that proves we didn't light it up. Oh, wow. Okay. Evidently, we're at a fantastic point. I thought the rain would actually result in that being poor. Seems it wasn't the case. Let's go throw on our combat gear here. And I'm doing exactly what I said I wouldn't want to do, which is fight monsters near the base. Let's go check on our brickwork here. We should be able to, yep, get crafted straight into bricks. I'm going to want another... Where'd that come from? Oh. Going to want another piece of charcoal to act as a permanent fuel source. I think that should work out for this kiln, because it said it did require a fuel source under it. We'll grab out our books. There's that materials and you for the Tinker's Construct, and we have that other book on us already? The Mechanist Journal. Okay. Yeah, so we've already got both of those on us. We'll get set up for... Ow. Whoa, what the... Some of the skeletons are kind of speedy. Alright, we'll set up the kiln over here. Before I do that, I want to make sure that I get it set up correctly. So, for any valid brick block, first block must be over a fire source. So I assume this is like a stove or something, so the fire source will be right below it. everything else should be fine. So I think we'll take it this one here as our option to copy. I also forgot to stick that log in. There we go. While we're waiting for that to smelt, let's go check out this materials in U. So, tool materials here. These are all the stuff we can eventually, all the tools and weapons and whatnot we can build with this. But the tool materials give different options here. So, Naga Scale seems to be from the Twilight Forest. The less health you have, the speedier it is. And you are also just faster in the Twilight Forest. I assume all of this stuff is probably going to be Twilight Forest, judging by the names for it. Actually, maybe not. Twilight just kind of seems to be one of the description of it. Here we go. Wood. Ecological. Renewable resources are good. They regenerate by themselves. Sweet. Stone is cheapskate, which just gives it less durability, or cheap, which increases durability when repairing. Interesting. So that'll just be, it'll break faster, but it'll also be easier to repair. And as you can see here, depending on what part of the tool you put it on, it gets different effects. This is the first one I think that is actually different. But if I made the head out of, say, I don't know, diamond or something, that would have a different bonus, and it would, if I made the handle, it would give it this cheap ability here, so that we could repair it for more durability with less material. Flint is crude for the head, or no, crude 2 for the head, which is bonus damage. And I guess crude 1 is the same thing, probably just a little bit less. Apparently you can make tools out of cactus, that I didn't know. They always hurt if you put them on the head. That gives it prickly. And blocking with any tools, blocking or getting hurt gives back damage, so that's equivalent to these thorns enchantment, I think, in standard Minecraft. Bone just does more damage with the head, as well as the other parts. Obsidian, Durati. Tool lasts much longer most of the time. That's the same across all three of them here. Prismarine gives Aqua Dynamic, which just makes it faster in water and rain. Endstone. Stats feel off as if they're changing. Maybe time will tell. So that's probably just saying that it'll randomly morph. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll get worse. Who knows? And then interference for the other sections prevents Enderman from teleporting. Paper is writable. More words, more modifiers. Okay, interesting. I wonder if that's talking about modifiers from this or modifiers from enchantments and what such. Sponge is given it Silk Touch, given it Squeaky, so it is Silk Touch but deals no damage. Firewood is... Never heard of Firewood before, actually. Actually, we don't know what it is. Auto Smelt, so everything gets automatically smelted. Makes sense. Iron, that's the one. So magnetic. Hitting things attracts nearby things. Which is just, I think, anything you mine or anything on the ground, it just immediately gets kind of pulled over towards you. It's talking about modifiers from tickers. Okay. That makes sense. Pig iron. Hitting things sometimes gives bacon. And you can also eat your tool if need be. That was a pretty funny one. Night slime. Tool breaks soft blocks. Don't need a tool faster. Fantastic. That's crumbling and unnatural. Tool mines faster the higher its mining level is above the required one. So that would be good for, say, stone or something. If you put that on a pickaxe and you had like a really nice pickaxe head, That'd be nice. Slime is slimy. Not sure what that means. Same with blue slime here. And then magma slime gives flammable, which sets blocks on fire. Or no, it blocks fire damage and sets attackers on fire, so kind of the fiery version of thorns. And the head gives superheat, which gives bonus attack to fire. Another rack works better in hotter environments, which makes sense, and deals damage to non-nether mobs. Ooh, that could be good. I wonder what that compares to for the bone. I wonder which has better attack bonuses there. Cobalt. Ooh, I've never seen Cobalt before. Ah, because it's in stage 3. Another one. Gives momentum. Mining blocks increases speed as long as you keep going, and increases overall speed of your tool when mining and attacking. Ardite. Mines faster as it wears out, but does less damage. That's fine. And then, maybe Ardite is the better tool for stone. Your tool loves stone. Literally wants to absorb it for durability. Oh, never mind. Okay, that's different. That'll heal your tool up with the stone that you mine. Wow, there are a whole lot of ores I've never heard of yet. Manulin, which gives Devour. During combat, you deal more and more damage, but also consume more and more durability. Not sure I like that one. That's really an all or nothing. That's a glass cannon sort of tool. And Savage. Deal increased damage to targets at full health. Copper. Here's one that we finally already have access to. We gain additional XP. Not too useful. I haven't used XP for anything yet. Bronze. Your tool lasts longer when it has less durability. Okay, so it's kind of an inverse durability curve. Lead. Haven't found that yet. Can't find it yet. Just gives poison here. And prevents us knockback. Wow, so how many... Okay, there aren't too many here. Oh, I probably could have just looked here for... Oh, no, this is just parts. Yeah, this is just parts for the specific one. Alright, we're almost at the end here. Silver is holy. Bonus damage to undead. Electrum is shocking. Running around, breaking blocks, hitting things charges your tool. Hitting an enemy discharges it, dealing damage and providing a speed boost. Oh, I see. So if you hit an enemy, you get a speed boost and do damage. If you mine a block, you just get a mining boost. Steel, which we don't have access to, is just adds bleeding or reduces damage when blocking. Abyssal Knight. We have been seeing this for a while, but we haven't actually made any of it. I'm not sure where it comes from. Deals extra damage to any dread-plagued entity. I'm not sure what dread is yet either. Oh, probably from this. Dreadium applies Dread Plague on critical hits. Or Corallian Plague applies the Corallian Plague on critical hits. Last things is treated wood, just repairs itself, and thermal inversion. Hit an enemy in a hot or cold environment would chill or burn them. We're almost there, almost there. Okay. Writable. Right, Prosperity Shard is just adds more modifiers. Solium makes your tool or weapon drop mob chunks. Interesting. And that only applies to the head. That doesn't have any other extra modifiers on the other parts. Base Essence drops Prosperity Shards. Same with Inferium. Prudentium or Intermedium. Superium. Supremium. Okay, all that all drop shards. Okay, perfect. Yeah, now we know what the benefits are. I think the most interesting ones to me were let's see, iron, because we get the magnetic, and it mines at diamond level. I think this is the same as our current bronze. Yeah, they're bronze. So we're both at diamond level. Obviously, wood for handles or bindings, whatever, is pretty good because they'll automatically kind of heal itself over more easily. Diamond means it can't mine obsidian. Oh, really? Okay. Actually, that does make sense, because I guess the level that it's talking about when it's talking about diamond is whatever can mine diamond, which makes sense. Iron can mine diamond as well as bronze. So it's this equivalent to diamond, or equivalent to iron, which can mine diamond but can't mine obsidian. So I think I saw it somewhere. Obsidian level here. We'll be able to mine obsidian. That'll be equivalent to diamond. To having diamond tools. You can upgrade the mining level with a diamond. Oh, okay. I actually didn't see diamond on here. Yeah, diamond doesn't even exist on the Tinker's tool. So I guess it is just talking, you can only upgrade the tool with diamonds. Okay. Well, yeah, so I think most obvious ones to use, wood for the easy, quick repairing itself. Maybe bone. With the more to deal more damage. I'm wondering if bone or that other material was better for damage. Not wholly, not electric, or not shocking. Obsidian mining level can't mine Eridid and Cobalt. Okay, I haven't seen either of those yet, so I assume those are for a further age. But that is good to know for future reference. Prosperous, right, not what we need. It's a shame. I thought there was at least one of these that had the equivalent of... Last, what was it? The equivalent of Fortune, which gave us extra drops on stuff. But I guess that was not the case. Okay, anyway, that's enough reading for now. Let's go and get to our charcoal. And actually sat in there for an entire another day. I'll just take all that off and unequip this to just sleep the night away. I think that is plenty of reading for what we've got. Let's see, can I fit in gold anywhere in here? No, I can't, so I'll just go in there for now. Well, if it's the same way to get it as in my in the mod pack I play, you can get the ore in the Nether. Ah, okay. In this mod pack, I know that it obfuscates ores if you don't have the current age to get them. Like we couldn't see that ore that the gold ore that we found over there in this era, like right across the way. We couldn't see it at all when we were in the previous era. So it might be obfuscated as well. But that's okay. That's not too big a deal. All right, kiln time. Let's go set up this proper kiln here. I think if we put it, let's see, here, it'll let us put it on top. So if we put it 2 down here, and then we slap, yeah, I want to just make sure I place it correctly here. Shoot, I need to make fire first. So let's go grab some sticks, some fire sticks to light a fire up. Oh, we've actually already got 6 in our inventory. Okay. Got some whittled fire sticks. Let's go light that charcoal block. Let's hope it counts as a fire source, since it does burn in perpetuity. Okay, great. Let's place our placement block and put down our first brick. Here, and up on top of that should effectively make a kiln. So let's see if we can fire this in here. I don't know if there should be a percentage bar here. I can't see it getting visibly darker. We'll leave it there for a little while. We'll see if it changes into anything. And if not, we can rethink how we set it up here. For now, let's see, we've got our prospecting done. We found some gold. Gold ore is located between Y5 and Y40. It was actually really lucky that we were even able to find that. It was lucky that it was next to a cave. Because if not, we would have had to dig down just to get a peek at where it could be with the Dowsing Rod. But luckily, iron should be closer to us. It should be close enough to the surface that we should be able to see it with the Dowsing Rod. Apparently, it has Hematite surface samples. So we'll go and do that. Go run around and look for that right now. With these boots, it should be easy enough. Let's see. Nope, that's tealite. That's more tin. Trying to recall any places where I found pebbles that didn't... Oh, that sheep is drowning. That didn't identify themselves to me when I tried to break them. So I haven't used rock pebbles in a long time. Is this it? This is azurite. No, that's copper. Just kind of jumping around here. See if we can see any unidentified ore clusters. Uh-oh. Let's check here across the river. Whoa, too far. It would be kind of a tall order for all of the ores that we need to be right by us, so we may not end up finding anything. I don't know exactly what, shoot, what was it called? Hematite. Can I actually see what this looks like? Looks kind of like brownish, even more so than, well, actually normal iron in Minecraft isn't brown, it's already silvery. We'll see if we see any brown ores. If we don't find some in a short amount of time, no big deal. We've got the bronze that can do everything that the iron would be able to do. Same level and everything. Oops, ow. Ooh, what is this? Rock crystal sample. Okay, this, I think, is related to... Yeah, dang. This is related to the... Yeah, astral sorcery stuff. So let's mine a little bit down. From my understanding, it'll be right down at the bottom of the, like right next to bedrock. So I'm going to mine down, I think maybe down to, oh shoot, I can't see level still, can I? Yeah, dang. I'll mine down a little bit. We'll not say a number. Just go down far enough to be sure of the fact that we can go get our blocks checked. Yeah, because the issue is that without knowing what level I'm at, I suppose I could run home and grab the Dowsing Rod. I don't know if I'm close enough, if I'm within 48 blocks of bedrock. So that would make it inconvenient for finding this ore. Because I don't know if I'm just not deep enough to see it with the Dowsing Rod here, or if it's actually not below us. Rock crystal ore, okay. So it is down this way. Oh, and I should probably be leaving torches around my... Okay, great. So, now that we know where it is, This one? Yeah, that one. Start mining down to it. I believe these are the same sized veins as all of the other ores we've been finding so far. With the exception of corallium, of course. I could be wrong about that, though. Torches are appreciated. It was pitch black on stream. I could only see the cross. Yeah, I've been trying to keep everything better lit for you guys. I've turned the brightness, I think, all the way up ever since I went to the beneath, which was too spooky without it all the way turned up. And it has been a bit of a hassle for me as well. Should preserve me old eyes. Here we go. Rock crystal ore. Yes, so this stuff is from Astral Sorcery. It has the same sort of thing where it has stats. Not all rock crystals are going to be identical. It's going to be the same as the demonic will that we were picking up from monsters earlier for, I think that was for the Necronomicon stuff for Abyssal Craft. So you can see it has size, purity, and cutting. Personally, I have no idea what that means effectively. But they also glow. Yeah, so this has bigger size, lesser purity. But we've also filled up our inventory here, so we'll just head on back. How old am I? I am too young to be having the issues that I already have, but old enough to know that it's only going to get worse, let's say. Oh, shoot, where are we? Okay, this way is home. We should mark this as our rock crystals here. So over here we are. There we go. These are where rock crystals are. We also need to mark that gold that we have. The gold that we found. Because we didn't do that while we were over there either. Ah! Shark. Okay. Sharks definitely aren't going to be able to outrun our lovely, lovely boots of exponential underwater speed. So let's see. I think the gold was down in this pit. Yes, it was. Okay. So let's go throw this on our map. Where are we? There we are. Golod. No, just gold. Okay, let's see if our kiln works. Odds are pointing to no. Let's go drop all this stuff off in chests first before we give it a proper diagnosis here. We'll actually end up making some more chests. And that as well. Because each of these rock crystals will take up their own slot, which is unfortunate. And then everything else, I think, just disperse into their own chests. Yeah, there we go. Stardust can go in here, I suppose. And now let's go look at materials in U-Book. No, that's not the one we're looking for. We are looking for... Shoot, how do I have so many books and I can't... I keep losing track of them. Did it get dropped back into... Oh, no, it's right there. I'm just completely blind. All right, we're going to stack the books for on the right side from now on so we don't get lost. So... First block must be over a valid heat source, fire, or stoked fire. First block must have an air block directly above it. Other three must surround that air block in any of the other possible permutations. So what am I doing wrong there? Does it have to be kind of off the ground like this? I could do that. It's not exactly a problem. I just... Or maybe the fire isn't necessarily correct, so... Is the fire incorrect? No, I can't make anything like that. So what's up with that? I guess we'll sleep the night away first. I'm going to try moving it up. Hopefully, this will not turn back into bricks. Okay, we're good. This is a fiery fire block. Let's just put it up on... I'll put the charcoal, I think, in the ground first. Shoot, we don't have enough sticks now to light it. So let's see if this ends up working out. Maybe we're missing a step somehow? So let's get these placement blocks prepared. So the first block should go here, and everything else should go like that. And that should, from what I read about it, be a functioning kiln. Do I have to activate it in some way? Okay. See if this has a kiln here. Each of these hibachis has a valid kiln shape above it. Like the Crucible and Cauldron there, it is also boosted by adding more fire underneath in a 3x3 section. To use a kiln, place a block with a recipe into the air above the bottom block and it will begin to smelt it. So I think this should work out fine. Oops. Maybe I should try the other pattern, stick it on top. Like that. In my reading, the only requirements was to have it like so. So can we make a hibachi? Doesn't look like it. Shoot, what am I doing wrong here? Only I'm back. Hello, hello. We are trying to figure out what's going wrong with our kiln here. We've got fire under it, but it is not turning this into a crucible whatsoever. And according to this is the back block. So it needs 4 extra blocks around it. Okay, I'll go stick another clump of clay. The furnace here. Why am I so fast? It's actually due to these wild dog boots. So in addition to speeding me up pretty significantly, I can also now jump 4 blocks into the air, and I have 0 fall damage. whatsoever. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's really nice. It's a part of this mod pack that I did not realize until I was doing a little research on it, and I was like, wow, I need these. How'd you make it? So you actually have to use wild dog pelts, some bundles of feathers, which are actually just feathers surrounding a hemp fiber, as well as some any type of slime ball, which includes glue. So that's what I ended up using, and boots in the middle, obviously, along with the wild dog pelts. Really nice, just a nice quality of life thing. Only thing about it that I am concerned about is the fact that it is pretty hard to find wild dogs. Like a couple of times they've just kind of run at me, so I actually have enough to make another set, but I haven't really found a way to find them otherwise. I might end up making slime boots. Let's see if I can find them here. Here they are. Slime boots, which are just slime blocks and slime balls, which is not quite as good. It doesn't give you the speed boost, but it does give you that lack of fall damage, which is what I'm really loving about them. All right, we'll switch. We've been switching back and forth between food types just to keep every single one of our nutrition stats nice and high. Okay, all of our brick is done bricking. Let's go see if this last block will fix it up like he said. The slime sling is OP. Yeah, I agree. It's pretty cool. Though, with the slime sling, if you have the slime boots, oops, ow. If you have the slime boots, it'll kind of do the same thing. If not that, then the front block. Well, the issue is that I just, like, there's no way I can put stuff in and get it out if I put the front block on. That'll be literally all the sides covered. I really don't know what counts as a fire block here. I could break it, but I don't really want to break it every single time. My primary concern is that it's just not compatible with the mod pack. Like, something about it has kind of been broken up, because I haven't used this kiln before, but I'm pretty sure there are recipes that only the kiln can use. Yeah, because it doesn't show up in here. Wait, you need the blue fire. That... I'm assuming you're talking about the fire that comes off of... Oh, I guess that's not even in this. Blue fire would come from soul sand, but that's in one of the later traditional Minecraft patches. Shoot. Yeah, one of the problems with this mod pack is that there are just so many mods, and there's a lot of cross-compatibility between them. There's so many that sometimes a few things fall through the cracks here. Stoked Fire. It's made by a machine facing fire. I'm going to need some expansion on that. I'm not super familiar with better than mods here. I assume you're talking about this stuff. Trebly Stoked Fire, one must alternate the powers to a Bellows. Oh, I see. Well, so the issue with this, right, is that, the issue with this is that I have a cauldron for better with mods over here, and I've got normal fire beneath it. I don't think I can make anything, anything stoked yet. Maybe a bellows? Give him mechanical power. So is this, let's see if I can make that bellows. Looks like I can. Does this require The windmill, though. Because, boy, am I out of slots for windmill stuff over here. Okay. Well, let's try to get the bellows, then. Wet tanned hide. So it doesn't actually need leather. Interesting. I don't think I've ever found something that requires a middle component there to make it. It requires some plank siding, which we have and can get pretty easily. Leather belt, also pretty easy to get here. Yeah, this shouldn't be bad at all. So let's just double check here. Okay. I don't know if this will work because it says we need the hibachi, which we don't have any access to at the moment in this current age. How much longer I'll be streaming? I will be on until about 6 PST, so about another hour and a half. We might not get too much done today, though, because we're really flying by the seat of our pants here. Let's get some of the intermediary steps, I suppose, going. So we can get that wet tanned hide. We've got the flat leather, but we do also have, let's see, skins somewhere. We've got wolf pelts. I guess the wolf pelts are probably our best deal here. Or the bear pelts. Can I make anything else with the bear pelts, though? Nope, not a single thing, so we'll use those. Along with a work blade. Cool. Put that work blade back in there. We need, I believe it's salt for the next step here. We've got our basin already set up. Go. Salted hide. I suppose we might as well go the whole way. Oh shoot, we won't be able to actually, because we need. Okay, we'll keep some rawhide then. We'll just keep it around. We don't really need that. We'll dry this on the racks over here. Throw this back into a chest. Say, sure, this one. What else can we do while we're waiting for that to dry? We can create some siding. I think we already have one in here, maybe more. Let's see, is it in this one? No. There we go. There's one siding. These shelves probably don't count as siding. Doesn't look like it can be turned into anything else as well. So we'll probably need to make more siding. That's totally fine. Voila, more siding. And we need to make leather belts here. We've got the glue. And we've got the leather here as well. I think we should have some leather cordage. Perfect. I guess we'll need that work blade again to make more leather cordage. I think that should be enough. Why does Subtech Ages take so long to load? Yeah, it takes an abominably long time, especially the worse that you have a computer for it. I've actually got 16 gigabytes dedicated to this because it was starting to slow down with just the 8 that I had initially put on there. And nobody, like, there are very few people who will have enough gigs of RAM on their machine to allocate 16 gigabytes to this mod, which is kind of why I've found very few people willing to play it. But you know, it's okay. I enjoy it. You have over 128 gigabytes dedicated? How much RAM do you have, dude? What? That is nuts. 128 gigabytes? That's actually... I if you don't know that you have 128 gigs dedicated to it, I'm going to say that you probably don't. Not anything on you. It's just that is a ridiculous amount of RAM to have dedicated to a Minecraft mod pack. Like most people, I'd say that like less than 0.1% of people have that much RAM, unless you're like a video editor or something constantly. See, leather cordage. Okay, we've got one less than we need here. And then that glue goes in the center. We've got 2 leather belts. Perfect. We need the wooden gear. There's our sticks. There they are. Guess it's lucky that I made this glue. And I think the wet tanned hide should be all finished by now. Yes. No. We need to tan it, which means we need resin? Yes, resin. We may have some somewhere, because I think I always make too much for what we need. Nope, that's terracotta clay. Shoot, I really thought we had it somewhere. Okay, well, we can just carve off some bark then. And we'll only need 2, actually. Our inventory's getting rather full as well. Go rearrange all of that. We'll grind those down. Each of them should become 2 resin. Oh, and we are totally out of worms as well. Do we have any more to spare? Oops, not what I'm looking for. I don't believe we do. I think we kept them all in... that last chest, the first chest that we checked. Luckily, we have tons of stuff, though. So I don't think we really need to worry about that too much. Grinding should be done. Perfect. Go back to that basin. Ah, blasted. We only needed 1, too. Oh, well. Alright, wet tanned hide. Perfect. We don't need to dry it into leather. That's not what we need. Amazingly. So do we have enough to craft everything up? I think we do. So we get ourselves to a workbench, or a tinker's bench, as it were. Okay, we've got the bellows. It said it required power. I think the hand crank will theoretically be enough. We'll see. I don't know how this is angled. Oops. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be doing the job. So it does seem that it wants... Yeah, it does seem that it wants to have mechanical power. I also don't see that it'll actually work on this. So we may put this on hold for now. It doesn't seem to be working, and that is just kind of a quality of life thing, so we can melt down our tools here. Totally fine that it's not working out as intended. We'll just throw this back in here, and see, what can we move out of here? I know we've actually got room for the bellows in there as well. Okay, well, didn't end up getting what we needed, but oh, we did have resin. Dang it, I knew we had it somewhere. Okay, we didn't end up getting what we needed, but we did manage to make them for the future. I think that'll actually require the hibachi. But that's for a different time. Okay, what else can we do here? We can make some wool just to get it out of the way. We're also still looking to make paper. Let's start with the wool. Now that we have it, I assume we can make a real bed, right? Sword pedestal. Lots of furniture. Lots of the repeat furniture. It actually all looks like traditional old varieties. I guess we can't make a proper bed, but our leaf bed is certainly enough to hold us over for now. So what's the process in making this? We need okay, white fleece around a block of wicker. Wicker is made with sugarcane, which if crafted together makes a block of wicker. Absolutely doable. Let's see, so a full 16 is what we're gonna need. And then a bunch of wool threads. Ooh, we don't actually have enough. We'll sleep the night away and then shear some more sheep out there. Wrapped around that, we'll just make the wool. And the wool doesn't really make us anything we need, but it'll get our achievement off the list at least. Oops, we've forgotten our shears. Ah, shoot, and we threw the wicker in somewhere. Nope, it's still here. Okay, we're good. Where are those shears? There they are. These flint shears have really lasted us through the ages so far. Had them ever since I think literally day one. They still have not broken yet. I suppose we haven't been using them for too much. They sure are troopers. That should be plenty. I'll just grab ones on the way back and craft up that wool block. Okay, I am kind of going out of my way now, but it's just, I just want to get them all, you know. How long does it take for them to regrow their wool? I think it's exactly the same as Minecraft, which is just as soon as they eat grass. As soon as they tear off one of the top pieces of grass to dirt, they just grow it back. Pretty sure that is exactly how that works. Same whole deal as Minecraft. Minecraft proper, that is. Hold on. Like that. There we go. We've got wool. We didn't really need it, but we got it. I think it went in there. I hope it went in there. Okay, now we have wool that we don't need. Add it to the chest of many items that we don't need just quite yet. And then last thing, well, I say last thing, one of the things that we're going to do, paper. Right, which is the pulp, which was why we were making that glue. So we've still got, I think we'll leave one glue in here. We'll do For glue. Where is... So can we make this in a basin? We can. So it actually looks like it's easier to do by hand here, because it'll give us the same amount, and it's still a one-to-one trade. Where is our sawdust? I swear it was in that chest. No, it's in this one. Actually, scratch that. It uses up more glue without using the basin, so it is easier to, it is more efficient to put in here. Perfect, that's some pulp. It is really finicky on... Oh, okay, interesting. It actually considers the glue and the sawdust to be exactly the same thing. It just popped it straight in there for me. Neat. But I was, like I was saying, it's really finicky on when it releases, when you... Because you can drag and click things over, right? You don't have to let go. But sometimes it goes a little overzealous in thinking that you're still holding down the button. Alrighty, but we do now have 12 pulp. Just split those up. Let's see, like that. Yeah, whatever. This doesn't matter terribly here if it's exactly even. He says making them exactly even. But that should make the process into paper, and then the paper will be able to turn into parchment via the astral sorcery thing. We are going to have to use up more aquamarine, though. We don't have a ton of it to spare. We've only got 4, and going back to the beneath is a spooky experience I'm not quite sure I want to undertake. Might end up being what we have to do, though. Switch over to apples for now. I do believe the aquamarine, looking around a little more, doesn't actually just spawn in the rooftops. And since we have the Dowsing Rod, even if it does spawn in the rooftops, we could just douse our way over to wherever the next bit of it is. It would be a little annoying to deal with if they ever fall down to the caves below, or down to the like open space below. But I think it would be okay. What I will do, though, since we're heading back there eventually, let's see. No, coal's in here. I will make myself some more torches. Because I do not want to go back in the beneath without any torchlight. That is just a recipe for disaster. We'll stick our books back here. Oh, we can't fit all of them. What else did we stick over in here? Something. Ah, the rawhide, that's what. Stick the books that we don't need over in here, just to make sure they don't get lost. I'll also stick the extra wood that we have. And this cobblestone. Not sure where that one came from. One day, we really will organize these chests. A distant, distant day from now. stick the plant twine back. Ah, there's no space for collections of things anywhere. Alrighty, perfect. Everything's good. Everything's set. Pulp is dried into paper. Don't believe you on the organization one day thing. It'll happen. It'll happen probably out of necessity. We'll run out of chest space here, and so we'll move them into a dedicated storage facility, probably. Now that we have paper, can we do anything with the bit of paper that we have? Acquire constellation paper. Doesn't look like it carries on to anything. So maybe acquiring constellation paper here will be our next steps. Fill in the information in your Astral Sorcery Journal. Right-click while holding the Astral Sorcery Journal to store your constellation paper to save space. So how do I make this? Right, that's the ritual with the rock crystals. Let's go check out those gold ingots, actually. This should be... Right, they ran out of fuel, of course. Forget the tiny coal. I'm putting in normal coal. Is there like a basin or something? Casting basin. Let's see, this is from Tinkers, I think. Porcelain tank. That requires glass or a clay barrel. Is there a dark version of this? Let's see. Yes, a seared tank. Perfect. So that'll be grout or seared stone. The heck is that from? Also grout and various seared bricks. I guess the process of making grout won't nearly be so bad anymore. All right. Do we have any grout left over? Boy, do I wish I could search through my chests. I somehow doubt that we do. But we'll take a perfunctory look anyway. Is this grout up here? Nope, that's andesite. Okay. No grout to speak of. How do we make that? That is just gravel, clay, and sand all together. Let's see, and it's 1 grout to 1 seared brick, and we need 8 seared brick. That'll be 8 of everything. No, it'll be 4 of everything. 4 of that. 4 of that, and last but not least, the gravel. And now we can mill it automatically. Lovely. Those were the days when we had to mill everything by hand. The terrible, horrible, extremely long, very saturation-dependent days. There's 2. Really need to do it properly. I suppose we might as well start that process. Skeletons dude at us. 2 and last bit. Perfect. Get this stuff seared. And the other thing that we'll need for that is, I think, technically a clay barrel extension. I think it was a lava tank, something like that. Yeah, so either a clay barrel, we've only got the extension, sadly. Can we turn this extension into a barrel? Clay buckets. I don't think that turns into a barrel, though, sadly. So maybe we can actually reclaim the clay from it now that I know that eventually the turntable just throws out chunks of clay. So maybe we can return this to... Nope. Nothing whatsoever. Ah, okay, we can return it like that. Oh well. Well, I think we'll just use the glass in there instead of the clay the clay something, clay barrel. Because the glass, oh, right, it's doing all the gold stuff. Right, well, that's one block. Stop, stop, stop. I need to use this for something else. Okay, that will give us the gold. Oh, and you know what? Can we throw this in here? No. We can throw it in there, though. What we can do here is make ourselves a bucket cast. If we can find it. Anybody see anything that looks like a bucket? Clay bucket cast. That's what that looks like. Did we miss it somehow when we were making all of our patterns? No, it's just that none of these look like patterns. Or patterns for the bucket. I suppose we can sacrifice our clay bucket here. Can we cast a clay bucket? Oh, it requires a stone bucket. Okay, that's not too hard, actually. Get that down over here. And grab some clay while we're waiting. I assume the bucket cast doesn't consume... It consumes 2 ingots. Perfect. So we've got what we need there. We've got the gold out of here. Nope. There we go. Let's stick our clay in there to melt once we get that sand done. Get that stone bucket going. Oh, but we don't have any iron yet. Yeah, we can only make an iron or clay bucket, so we can't use like a gold bucket or anything. Oh well. Yeah, we'll put this in there for later. Tell you what, we will take out this dye powder first. Move it elsewhere. We really got to get rid of this stuff. And we will take our dowsing rod with us while we go to the coal area over here. And we'll actually travel over land instead of doing the speedy waterways like we usually do to get to it. And that's because I'm hoping to see if I can find any iron on the way to that coal deposit that we've been mining up. Hopefully we'll find something. If not, it's not the end of the world here. Okay, we will use underwater speediness to cross the river, I say as we get stuck in mud. There we go. See if we can find any guess it's not iron on the top. It's like hematite or something like that. Nope, teolite. Ooh, there it is. Okay, perfect. We may be too high up to see it. Color me incorrect. It's right here. Oops, I think I need that there for staircase. Maybe not. Get the torches going so we don't send ourselves completely blind here. We'll see how far down we have to go for this iron. Uh-oh, we've broken this. Uh-oh. Extra uh-ohs. We don't have any flint to repair it. Ah. Okay, back up. Should have kept a better eye on that. We'll bring home the iron, though. Take the waterways to get us back home fast. Hopefully without falling in too much of this mud. Uh-oh. Gotta run over to that water spot. Okay. Nope, let me in. Okay, we're good. Alright, let's see. Yeah, what the heck was that guy talking about? This tree collects. Uh-oh. Ah, shark. Too close. Yeah, we're good. What the heck was that guy talking about? That the Acacia Tree gets animals to go over to it. I have not seen a single animal head over there. Not even seen one even close by remotely. Oh, and here's another gold thing? It's probably the same one. I will say that I think we've been duped in that one. He just wanted us to plant a creepy tree. And I guess he got his goal. Alright, let's grab a flint to repair our garden trowel. Then we head back to the top of the mountain to grab that iron. Whoa. Alright, we're there. I think it was... Shoot, I should have marked it. I think it was over here somewhere, right? It's definitely up on the ridge, on like the corner over here. Yeah, here it is. Let's mark this down. Is that us? I think this is us. Run. There we go, iron. Oh, our bronze pickaxe is about to break as well. How many hits does it have left in it? 43. If we get just a little bit of iron, I may dispose of this bronze pickaxe. Well, that's a little harsh of a name for it. I'll retire the bronze pickaxe. Because with iron, we'll do the same thing at a better pace. Or same thing, but if we use the tinkers, it'll do it at with some bonuses to it. One of those bonuses being the fact that it'll repair the tools. Yes, here we go. We did it. Okay, we'll grab as many as we can before our pickaxe decides to go up and die. Oh, is it gone? Yep, there it goes. All right, that's the last of it. We got 17. That should be plenty for a set of tools here. I think we'll actually be able to get some combo tools as well. Oh, and it is proper nighttime. We should be able to get some combo tools. There is a tool that acts as both I believe it's an axe and a shovel that we can use. That'll free up a slot, but I actually think I'll keep our garden trowel for the majority of shoveling things, just because it'll get us some worms for our traps. All right, pull me up this ledge, please. Whoa, what is that? Is that you, tree? Are you creepy? I will smack you. Oh, Enderman. Always a good time to get some more ender pearls. Or ender dust. Luckily, they don't hunt in packs, so... Alright, that's enough screen for me. So we can hunt them individually like that. Whoa, what the? How did you spawn up here? Alright, clearly I need a better lighting solution up here, which I will use these totem torches for. I think that should be good enough. And we can convert these old fiber torches to proper ones now. Yeah, here we go. Redistribute everything. Perfect, perfect, and perfect. So, with this iron, I think we currently have glass in there. Yeah, we do. So we'll pour that out first. The iron we can go and melt down. Oh shoot, we should actually do the clay bucket cast now. So I'll do 2 here. I want 1 for a bucket cast. And then I want a gold version of the Ingot Cast. So this will let us cast out... Yeah, there we go. This will let us cast out ingots properly. And that just requires any type of brick. So I looked up the Acacia Tree, and it'll apparently spawn animals if you feed the gross-ass face on it. Okay, so if we feed the tree, what, rotten flesh or something? Actually, no, rotten flesh is kind of a valuable resource here. If we feed the gross tree, it'll give us some... some animals following over to it. Okay, if we do end up needing to expand our farm, we will do that. But unless we need to, I don't want to interact with it. That tree's so creepy. It's terrifying. All right, I think that's everything we needed to bring over there. So let's get this clay melted. Got that. We were using this for the tank. For which our seared bricks should now be done. Where'd they go? There they go. We're good. And now Perfect. This should... Oh, that was actually an achievement. I didn't even see that on here. I still don't, actually. Here it is, after we get iron. So... Oh, it turns out we actually need this to melt the iron. How does that work? We need iron to make the iron bucket so we can start transporting lava. But we need this. Can we... All right, we got to read up again. Is it this? No, I think it's the other manual. There it is. Materials new. Melter. Alloy tank. That's not right. Looks like you can only feed those creepy trees glowstone dust. Yeah, that's something we definitely don't have access to yet. All right. Yeah, we need to figure out how this seared tank works. Let's go. We know where a lava flow already is. So let's see if we can actually just pick it straight up in this. I think it should be right over here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So can we... Nope. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, right. This is broken. That's why I can't break it. Okay, we're gonna seal that off from the lava first. Evidently, we can't use it to pick up the lava directly, so I don't know how we're gonna get lava in there without the iron bucket. Which we can't make because we need that under our melter to smelt the iron. There's a whole chicken and egg thing going on right now. I came back here to repair the tool. That's right. I'll just do it a little bit. I won't do it the full send. All right, let's carefully. So we can break this safely. Perfect. We have used up 2 of the bits of lava, but oh well. So how the heck is this going to work? I guess we can do that. We could put this water down and put the lava in here, but it says it'll break as soon as we deposit the hot liquid. Okay, yeah, so that's how then. Let's get our coal pulled out of there. Out of the melter. Or out of the heater, rather. Put the seared tank in there. How do we fill it? Oh, I hope this works, because if we put it down, we won't be able to pick it up. Oh man, do I hope this works. No fuel found. It doesn't have an inventory. All right, no, I gotta pick this up and put it somewhere safe. I say safe, relatively safe. I want to keep our everything from going up in smoke. So let's put it over here, let's say. Let's dig a little trench somewhere. Yeah, like there. So we put that down. Oh, thank God. Okay. So now we have the seared tank with 1,000 millibuckets in it. What's this? Lapis lazuli sample. Oh, that's nice. Okay, we got lapis right near us. We have lost our bucket, though, so we need to get this melting quick like. I want to see how much the exchange goes for. Because, see, I assume the bucket will take 3... No, it'll take 2 ingots. This will take 3 ingots, though. Okay. All right. Let's wrap that around the bucket there. We'll start smelting that iron. Suppose we might as well smelt a whole bunch of it. So we'll need 3... you know what? Forget it. We'll just smelt the whole deal. All right, got the bucket clay cast. And I assume this smelts over time the same way the coal did. Probably. This should give us an iron bucket, and that'll actually be one of the accomplishments that we need. Yeah, here it is. It's up here. Oh, though we will need to do betweenland stuff first, apparently. Okay, so we've gone at this kind of out of order here. Nevertheless, it should still be fine. So once this is all melted, there we go. We'll pour it out into here. That is looking a lot more like blood than iron, I'd say, but does still be making it correctly. Hey, and there we go. We've got that. Okay. Oh, shoot, we need to get all this stuff out, and this as well. Let's go and get a brick made. We need just a single brick in order to make the ingot cast. And then once we get that ingot cast, we can put it in here. We'll cast it out in gold so that the cast itself won't ever melt away like the clay ones we've been using have. And then we'll be able to cast single ingots instead of whole blocks every time and having to hammer them down. There we go. Okay. Now we are just waiting on that brick, which is done. Wonderful. There we go. And now we can cast out single ingots. It's not something that's hugely necessary, but it's just a nice little quality of life thing. Other than that, wow, what do we really need to do? Still got sea lantern stuff. We can make a framing table to make custom drawers. Don't know what the custom drawers do. I think I'm just trying to comb back through my memory of watching many Minecraft YouTube videos. Drawers might be the ones that contain like almost infinite amounts of a single material. That could be what it's talking about. Or it could be something else entirely. Who knows? But since we don't really have... Well, I suppose we can make a single piece of parchment. Since we can make one piece of parchment with the aquamarine, and where do we put that paper? There it is. I guess we could make 2. Yeah, what the heck? Let's make 2. We'll do that once night sets. Oh, shoot. But to do that, don't we need the wand? We need this resonating wand. Right, which we actually have the ability to do. Because we have the Ender Pearl cast, we've got the Ender Dust, and we've got the marble, and we've got the extra aquamarine. We will be fully and completely out of aquamarine after this, though. So we are going to have to head back to the beneath for sure. Let's see, where did our Ender Dust go? There it is. Okay, so let's throw that Ender Dust in there. It should smelt up pretty fast. We'll grab that pan cast, the clay one that we made before. Also put our bucket in here. We'll start fetching... Well, we'll start sleeping, and then we'll start fetching more lava so that our... not a heater anymore. The tank. The tank, that's it. Doesn't run out of lava anytime soon. Luckily with this boots, the trip isn't all that bad. It only takes a few seconds. Perfect. This is all melted down. It should... Uh-oh. About to say it should just cast out. 250 millibuckets makes one of those. So why isn't it? Does it require the gold casting? I guess it does. Shoot. Okay. How on earth do I cast it out now? I can't take this out with the ender dust in it. I guess we just break it and put it back. Bit of a waste here, but that's okay. Oops, that doesn't go in there. Okay, well, we'll grab some more gold then and make that pan cast, which is made via... Oh, right, we made it in here somehow. See, so let's grab our gold out more. Forget it, we'll take it all. It didn't use up the ingot last time, so I think we should be good. Pan pattern, we've got our bit there, and we've got that. Now that's all good. And we got some wooden shards. Not sure what these are used for. We can make casts of them. Oh well, we'll have them. We store them in here? Nope. So we'll store them in here. Then we go through the whole rigmarole of putting this back, smelting up the gold. I think it takes 2 pieces. Maybe 3. I'll just double check that. Yeah, no, just 2. Okay. Cast that out there. And we'll grab another ender dust. It's a good thing we grabbed some extra. I'm also noticing with the lava in the bottom, it's actually boiling off much more quickly, which is great. All right, now hopefully it should turn into an ender pearl. We'll also go out and keep grabbing lava while we wait. Fortunately, this won't be infinite, though I guess the coal wasn't either. And it's not burning through it too terribly quickly. Plus, eventually we can just go to the nether, I suppose, and grab as much lava as we really want. All right. Now it works. There we go. We've got a cast out. Perfect. Don't use that up accidentally. We'll pull that out. And let's get this created. So, we need marble, which I think is actually some in this chest. Yep. 2 marble here, 2 aquamarine, and there we go. We got a wand. The rest of the aquamarine will be used entirely for our parchment. Yes, what else to do? What to do? We'll go run back and forth, grabbing lava while our brain kicks into gear. Now that we've made that, I think we just need to wait for nighttime so that we can make... Yeah, so we can make the parchment from the crafting table. I'm so happy that it's got full starlight, I think it is. Full starlight. And that is just about full up. Perfect. But it's got full starlight where it's placed up on that tree. Maybe the nature thing is working out for it? Who's to say? Okay. But that's all done. What else were we pursuing? Could start looking at this framing table stuff. So framing table requires trim, which is just planks and sticks all next to each other, it looks like. And that creates 4. How many do we need for this? 5, of course. Let's make us some trim. We're actually getting kind of low on sticks, so I may put some of my bark, or the planks here, back into the horse chopping station. There's the 1 and 2. So that is just a quick upside down boat. Perfect. And now we have a framing table. So what can we do with this? I think we'll place it in the kind of mechanic-y area over here. It is a little large. I'm not sure how... Oops. Not sure how it works either. Whoa. Whoa, okay. This is way too many options for me. Do we... What? So we've determined that the trim goes there. Oh man, okay. So how do we use this? Well, it doesn't show us recipes there. Where is the framing table from? Drawers, I think it said it was. Yeah, storage drawers. So how do we do this? Frame drawer holds 32 stacks per drawer. So how the heck does this work? There's not a single guide anywhere. It doesn't look like it has a book either. Okay. Well, we have it. That's what's important. We've got it. We put it down. We unlocked the achievement up here. Everything there is satisfactory. I suppose I'll go look that up. We'll see if we can do anything the next time I come back with it. For now, we're really just waiting for sunset to come. Looks like the sun is kind of off doing its own thing. That's fine. I think I'll go mine up some more coal while we wait. That should eat away the time here. And we will... Yeah, we'll smelt what iron we have. In here. Then we can start making some casts as well. Oh, no. What we need to do then is we actually need to plan out our casts. So, if we want to make just a standard old pickaxe, we need the binding, we need this, presumably the shaft, and we need a pickaxe head. So if we put this here, pickaxe head, doesn't really matter what material we make it out of. There we go. Oh, we don't even need that at all. Okay. So we'll craft the head there. I feel like I might be overthinking this. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm underthinking it. We've got a pickaxe head here. Need the binding. Tough binding? Or I think it's just the standard binding. Perfect. And the tool rod. And this we want to... Oh, well. I was about to say we want to make that out of wood. So I think the way the parts builder works, if I'm understanding this correctly, is that for metals, you'll actually need to cast them out. So you'll need to make stuff like this and cast it, which I will do in gold here. Probably take 3, I'd assume. Pickaxe, whoops. Yeah, so to make it, oh, I guess it only requires 2 ingots. Oops. There, 2 ingots. So we'll cast that out. And then that will make the metal head, or that'll make the cast, and then we can pour whatever type of metal we want into it. And then anything that isn't a metal, so anything we don't put in that, we can make here. I didn't mean to make these out of stone. I want to make them out of wood, actually. So I'll put the... Nope, that's an arrow shaft. Tool? Yeah, tool rod. Apparently that also gives us shards as well. I'm not sure how the conversion rate works there. Okay, this is fully casted. Then the binding. Binding, I think we will make out of... What did we say? Not stone, because since we don't need to repair it, it'll regenerate itself. Not bone, because it's a pickaxe. We don't need to use it for damage. We could give it silk touch, but I don't know if that would be exactly what we're looking for. We don't have access to firewood, so we can't make it auto-smelting anyway. I should stop looking at all of them. I should start looking at the ones I actually have access to. Don't need XP for sure. Could do bronze, actually. It lasts longer when it has less durability. That'll actually be very useful for when that happens. Corellium and Dreadium stuff I don't think is going to be what we're looking for either. I think everything else here we don't have access to. So I think making a binding out of bronze here is probably our best option. I suppose it's not the worst thing that we made this stone binding, because we'll be able to use that for the thing. What is the thing that I'm talking about? We can use that to make the cast. That's what it is. All right. Now that it's nighttime, though. Wait a minute. Could we make... Okay. I guess it just predicted what we were going to do there. We've got the wand at the ready. Yeah, wow. Look at that. Cool. And we've made some parchment. And we'll do that again. So that's a neat little crafting animation. It's certainly nicer than the Necronomicon ones over there from Abyssal Craft. So what do we have to do with this parchment to turn it into the constellation paper? Let's go run inside while we look at it. We've got the Astral Tome. Right, we need to do the Necronomicon Ritual, which requires aquamarine. Shoot. Okay, I guess we're going back into the beneath at some point. I don't want to do it now. I really don't want to do it now. The beneath is just so creepy. Where did we put these wooden shards before? I think we put them over in here, right? Yeah, we did. God. Freaking dude skeletons. Okay. So we've got... What do we got? We've got this. We will be making that out of iron, so we'll need 3 to cast it into something. Just to double check here. No, it only requires 2 ingots. Wow. That's really nice. Next thing up, we need to make this binding into a cast itself. We were going to make that out of bronze. Also check our nutrition here, see what we need, which is sandwiches. Oh, and you know what? We should check in this new era if there are any better options here. Yeah, well, look at that. We've got some... Well, we've got access to the golden apples, obviously, now, because we know what gold is, but we've got access to pies. Pumpkin pie's doing pretty well. Apple pie. Ooh, that requires actually quite a few ingredients here. Raw eggs, sugar, and flour. Will pumpkin pies need the same thing? Looks like it. Christmas pudding. No recipe. Identical with mince pie. Different types of candies, though they're all from the Betweenlands. Whoa, what is this? Forbidden fig? Does a whole lot of... I think that's 10 hunger and then 12 satisfaction? That doesn't seem the right one. 12 of something else. And sludge balls are also from the Betweenlands. So maybe we want to... Journey map token, which we can apparently eat. Eating this item will unlock advanced mapping. What? Okay, it looks like it's Twilight Forest stuff mostly, with the exception of this Ring of Ascent thing from the Betweenlands and a map. But I think since we've got such a good apple farm, we should try to get the rest of this. Oops, that's a melon pie. Since we've got such a good apple farm going, we should try to get the rest of this going as well. Sugar's pretty easy to do. We can do that manually. Or rather, we can just do that by throwing them into the mill. Raw eggs, though. I would assume you just get that by, like, throwing food on the ground. Throwing eggs on the ground, right? Surely? And then flour is pretty standard. That's just coarse ground, wheat, standard. I think, does every apple pie go 1-to-1 cooking to creation? Yes, it does. So I think the only thing that we're going to have problems with is raw egg. So we might want to get a chicken farm started somewhere. Preferably somewhere we can't hear them, if they're at all like all of the other animals that we have to deal with. What the heck? What are you doing here? He was holding his stomach or something. He was having indigestion. Alright, 2 of them casted there. Perfect. Take both of these out. I want to use a clay cast here. Can I not remelt this down? Dang. Okay, well, that'll be useful for something, hopefully. We need to get this stone binding down into a cast. Can we cast bronze? Bronze binding. Can we cast that into clay? It looks like we can. That'll obviously require the 2. So we'll just do that again. 1 and 2. And then we'll grab the bronze and cast the binding out. It looks like it only requires 1 ingot, luckily. Okay, that's almost done. So once we cast this out, we should be able to cast straight into the resultant cast with our bronze. Yeah, there we go. This is standard binding cast. So actually, I'm wondering here, can we really not turn this back into just bronze, good old static, and default? So that would be nice here. Seems not. Bit of a shame. Well, we've got all of that sort of made at least. So let's make our tool then. What the heck? Put that there, there, and there. We've got an iron pickaxe. 309 durability. Oh, so actually less than what we've currently got here. I think we can modify it in some way, though. So let's double check here. Modifiers here. Could get luck. As a fortune or looting, tool use has a chance to increase the luck. So how does modification work here? That must be this menu right here. Yeah, repair and modify. So let's actually go and grab that lapis that we found. We found a vein right across from our buffalo pen. Put the parchment over here since we don't need it, as well as this stone rod. We don't need that as well. Got our dowsing rod here. Perfect. So I think it was, yeah, here they are, right here. Gonna double check the chunks. Okay, so it looks like it's in this chunk specifically. Oh, here it is. There's 2. Oops, not what I wanted there. Go dig up these as well, since we don't need them anymore. Just to double check, this is the center block? Yes, it is. Whoops, one too far. Oops. Lots of oopsies today's. There we go, some lapis. Great. And we actually got an achievement for it, too. It looks like this is going to end up being a vein just as large as the other ones we've been running into, which is fantastic. I won't take too many of it. I think I'll just mine up to half a stack here. Because... Whoa, okay. I got there rather fast. Right, because Lapis drops way more per thing. It doesn't drop individual blocks like the other ores do. Of course I got so much. Okay. Still, though, we've got plenty of it. And we will be able to modify our tools with it as well. Which is what I intend to do next. So, if we go in here, well, if we sleep the night away and then go in there, hopefully, we'll be able to just throw this in with... You cannot apply any tool modifiers at this time. Further progression is needed. Dang. Okay, so I have no idea what that UI element is. I think that's a little broken. So I guess we need to advance a little further before we can upgrade our tools. I guess we can make a fry pan as a weapon here. The other thing that I was interested in is a mattock. So this is a shovel and an axe, and I guess a hoe all in one. So that would be nice to replace our bronze axe with eventually. I think... trying to determine the best materials to make that one out of. I think we could probably also use iron for it. We'll need an axe head and a... Let's see. Axe head pattern and a shovel pattern for it. And I don't know if making the two parts out of something different. Well, it'll definitely change the effect that it has. I don't know if it'll give it both of the effects, though. Sure, we'll put that there, and we'll put the no longer used heater in there. It's a shame that we can't upgrade this quite yet. But it's nice that we at least have access to it. Let's throw our extra cobblestone in there. Perfect, perfect. Great. Perfect and rosy. So we can't continue with the constellation paper stuff until we get more aquamarine. And frankly, I don't really want to go into the beneath right now. What I think I will do instead is see if I can find... We know where exactly one swamp biome is. And according to this, we need to locate a druid circle in the swamp biome, kill the druids, and then use their talisman pieces to create a swamp talisman. I think that's how we actually get to the Betweenlands. And I think that's the only way to create the swamp talisman, which we have to do at the druid altar. I don't think there are any... Yeah, it doesn't look like there are any other ways that we can find that. So we will need to find the druids first. The swamp is way a ways down here. And I don't know how big it is yet, because I haven't really explored it out. So I think I'll run over there. This-ish ways? Yeah, this is ways. We'll toss the worms that we don't need into their trap. And then we will wander over through the biome over there. See if we can find any... Wowza. See if we can find ourselves any swamp druids. whatever they happen to look like. Okay, where have we ended up? Oh, just over there. Oh, we're stuck. Alright, we're going to wander only around for a little bit once we get there. It is almost time to end the stream today. But we will give it a good once over, at the very least. Whoa, what's this? Is this a stronghold? No, this is a spawner. Okay, looks like it's just a... Actually, that might actually be a stronghold. Well, that's nice to know. Mark it down here. As we see something floating down the river. I think that was a chicken. We shouldn't be too far from the swamp at this point. We should be right by it. Well, that's the dark oak forest. It should be off of here somewhere. Ah, straight across, it says. Yeah, here it is. Here's a swamp. This is remarkably well lit for a swamp. What is this stuff? Azurite. Whoa. What does that sound? Was that the Druids? I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be on the surface. That's a Shoggoth cave, and it looks like a Shoggoth has escaped. And there's actually two Shoggoth caves right next to each other. But I'm looking for Druid something. Druid rings? Circles? Druid circles, yeah. Considering the size of the swamp biome, starting to seem like we're not going to find anything here. Which is really annoying, because this is the only swamp I've found in a colossal area. Like, this big river next to us, that big. This whole area I've searched around, and I've not found a single other swamp. It took ages to find this, and we've still not yet found a jungle that we were looking for. So, yeah, shoot. Oh, hey, some gold. I think this is actually the entirety of the swamp biome, because it looks like it turns completely into mountains elsewhere. There's a whole lot of Shoggoths around here, actually. Shoggoth caves. It's like the 5th or 6th one that I've come across just in this tiny area. Maybe they spawn more in here. But can't seem to find that circle that it was talking about. So I think we're probably going to end it here. Oh, here's a druid circle. Perfect. All right. I'll mark this down. Ah! Okay, maybe I won't mark it down just yet. Leave me alone. Oh, goodness. Just... God, that's terrifying. They completely Omaiwa Moe Shindaru you. And they use the Force Choke thing. Luckily, I don't take fall damage. Yeah, here we go. So we got some talismans. Alright, let's get our combat stuff out. And see if they spawn at all. Hello? The Shoggoths are sure spawning. Yeah, they won't at us. But... Ah, here they go. Where did that other one head off to? Ah, there he is. Okay. Still only got the one. They aren't spawning nearly as much. Whoa, as I thought they would. Oh, shoot, I'm taking a lot of damage here. I've actually got to... Eat up here. That's 2 pieces. I actually need to pull out my shield. I totally forgot about that. Basic Combat 101 completely forgets about shield. Okay. Well, it's not dropping nearly as much as it could be. Where are they? It's becoming nighttime too. Pull our sleeping bag out and just settle down temporarily. Okay, seriously, guys, I gotta get you to... Oops, food's not there anymore. This is going slowly. It's going entirely too slowly. Oh, we got another piece? Yes, that's 3 out of 4 pieces. Okay. We just need that last piece. Ow. Oh, ow. Come on, we just need one more. You gonna teleport at me, bud? No? I think I'll take the reprieves when they're actually floating me up to eat. Oh, and I think that's the last piece. Alright. Yes, that's all the pieces. So if we go in here, right, and we put these all through... Wow, that's dramatic. Hey, we made it. Okay. We've got the Swamp Talisman. Perfect. And Shoggoth's is following us on the way out. yeah, so that's great. Now we'll be able to do Betweenland stuff the next time we come back. So I think I will end the stream here. I'll run back at the beginning of the next one, I swear. What'll happen is that now that we have the Swamp Talisman, we'll be able to make the portal to the Betweenlands, which is that area where none of our stuff really functions. So we'll need a whole set of new food, new tools, everything like that. And we'll start to do stuff in there. So that'll be the next step here. We've actually got this, which is adventure. It'll open up some new tabs, I think. So that'll be sweet. But that will be a adventure for next time, which will be. Oops, now I gotta put that in there. I will be returning to go play some more of this on Monday at 3 PST. If you enjoyed this, feel free to come back. and welcome your presence. I know there were a lot of new people today, so if you want to watch any of the old streams, there's a YouTube link where all of the old streams that are not currently on Twitch VODs are archived on YouTube there, and so you can go and watch them around there to see how we started and where we came from. Otherwise, I will see you Monday, hopefully for that. Tuesday, I will be playing some Sunless Sea if you want to tune in for that. And if not, I hope to see you around some other point. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm going to head out. Peace.